So you see, if you heard from all our ladies here, you know that why we're here is because we want to share what we know, and we know that writing is, it can be a struggle in the beginning, right? It's not
Yep.
like just because you've got the writing skill doesn't mean it's going to be
Yep.
easy. So let's start with the first one. So if someone wants to get started into this writing industry, what should they be doing? What's the first thing that they should do?
For me, I think putting yourself out there on the internet is the first thing that you should do. Getting yourself a website, I think, is very important. Having a solid and concrete LinkedIn page is very important these days for me. Making networking with people is very important. Making friends and getting the word out there, I think, is the best way to start. Because initially, that's just how I start, getting myself off the ground. If you can afford it, get a website. If not, have a really solid social media page or LinkedIn profile. If you can, get yourself, a rate card, or something that you can show people. I think that's a very good ground.
So no writing samples even, and I think that's one of the barriers that a lot of people face, because most of the time, if you want to write for a client, they're going to ask you for writing samples, and if you don't have any, that gives you, it's a chicken and egg situation. I want to gain experience, but if I don't get this job, then I don't have any experience to show. So I would say, to help yourself get started is to really just start writing. Whether it's you write for yourself, on a blog, whether you write essays on Facebook, or you write opinion pieces and share them on LinkedIn, or even if you're really, really, really starting from scratch and you really don't know where to begin, then human interest stories are a great way to start, because you get to interact with people, you hone your ability to read cues from people and how to ask questions, how to prompt them, to explain more, beyond the yes and no answers. So if you start out, let's say, with a blog, or a special or a social media page that will help you to interact with people and get their stories out there, whether it's the makcik, selling kueh, or the chicken rice man. In times like this, everybody's trying to survive and gain visibility as well.
I troll the internet. And I Googled writing opportunities. And sometimes I would just Google writing opportunities Malaysia and see what comes out, you see. So you'll be able to see websites that are taking in articles. So from there, I started writing into them. But the first thing you need to do is, when you go to a website or online magazine nowadays, even online newspapers, all that, basically they have what is called writers guidelines. So from the writer guidelines, you need to find out what are the requirements, what is the house style. Then I started writing in for them.